The three of us walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau one after another. I leaned against the hood of my Skoda, lit a cigarette, and clearly had no plans to leave.
并没有要离开的意思。
Liu Ruyan looked at me from about 30 feet away. She opened her mouth like she wanted to apologize one last time and show some guilt, but she never got the chance.
然而没来得及开口，
A red Ferrari pulled up right in front of me. A big fat guy got out of the driver's seat, glanced at Chuze, who had been forced to kowtow dozens of times a few days ago, then hurried around to the passenger side and opened the door. Zhao Yanan got out, gave the big guy a small nod as thanks, then looked at me with a blank face. In a voice only the two of us could hear, she said, "I went to the villa to find you, but you weren't there. Uncle Roshan had him drive me here. Uncle said this car is yours from now on." Liu Wei's hand froze on the car door for a long time. He stood there like a statue. As a real rich second gen, he knew exactly who this black-dressed beauty was. She was every man in Jiang Cheng's dream. How could she know a loser like Chuze? Liu Ruyan looked even more shocked than him. Besides being the most beautiful woman in Jiang Cheng, Zhao Yanan was also the cold, powerful CEO of their company. I gave a wicked little smile. "You came looking for me? Afraid I'd be late? You really couldn't wait, huh?" Zhao Yanan wore a long black coat. Her stunning face was perfectly made up, elegant, expensive, and refined. Facing Chuze's shameless attitude, her cold face still showed barely any emotion. She glanced at Liu Ruyan, who was standing not far away, all covered up, and clearly had no intention of greeting her. She said to her husband in name only, "Looks like everything is settled. Let's go get the certificate. I still have things to do." The second I saw that big guy, I already understood. This was all arranged by Chu Roshan on purpose. And the fact that Zhao Yanan knew I was actually here to get divorced first today had to be something Chu Roshan told her. Looks like my dear old dad really has been watching my every move. After spitting the cigarette butt from the corner of my mouth onto the ground, I stepped toward the Civil Affairs Bureau, with Zhao Yanan right beside me. As we passed the Land Rover, Liu Ruyan bit her lip and greeted her in a timid, cold voice. "Ms. Zhao." Zhao Yanan could ignore her, but she couldn't ignore Zhao Yanan. That's the gap between a celebrity and capital. No matter how famous you are, in front of real money, you still have to lower your head and behave. Zhao Yanan gave a soft, took 2 steps forward, then suddenly stopped. She gently pinched Chuze's sleeve, making it look like she was holding onto my arm. She turned to Liu Ruyan and said, "Ruyan, I hope you'll keep my marriage to Mr. Chu a secret. Got it? Marriage?" Liu Ruyan, who hadn't heard their conversation earlier, froze on the spot. Only now did she realize why the two of them were heading into the Civil Affairs Bureau. Liu Wei also looked completely stunned. The most beautiful woman in Jiangcheng was actually marrying this useless nobody? Zhao Yanan glanced at him. The cold, contemptuous look in her eyes didn't hide the fact that she looked down on him completely. Then she said to Liu Ruyan, "Ruyan, as the company's second largest shareholder, I think I need to remind you of something. You're almost 30. Stop acting so love-struck. If someone truly loved you, how could he destroy your marriage? Stop causing trouble for the company. I really don't have time to clean up your mess." Those words left Liu Ruyan angry but too scared to speak, and Liu Wei was utterly embarrassed. Still, Liu Wei had some status in Jiangcheng. He wasn't about to fear the already fallen Zhao family, so he snapped back in anger. "Ms. Zhao, Ruyan and I truly love each other. Unlike you, so lonely and desperate that you'd pick any guy you can find, taking in a useless boy toy? Ha! What a joke." As soon as he said that, the big guy rushed over in one stride, cracking his knuckles as he spoke. "Kid, I suggest you watch your mouth, or I'll beat the crap right out of it." The big guy was tall and built like a tank. With that furious, teeth-gritting look on his face and the viciousness in his eyes, he was honestly pretty terrifying. Liu Wei swallowed hard. Turns out he really did know when to back down. Liu Ruyan didn't want to offend Zhao Yanan, so she quickly stepped in front of Liu Wei and apologized sincerely. "Ms. Zhao, I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'm very tight-lipped. I absolutely won't tell anyone about your marriage." Zhao Yanan wasn't the type to keep dragging things out. After a cold snort, she walked into the Civil Affairs Bureau beside me. I curled my lips into a smile and glanced sideways at Zhao Yanan. "Ms. Zhao, are you satisfied with this boy toy of yours?" She stayed expressionless, pressed her lips together, and said nothing. When we came out after getting the marriage certificate, the white Land Rover was already gone. The big guy walked up to me and handed over the Ferrari keys with a bright smile. "Young master, drive this. I'll take care of your old car for you." I had no intention of taking them. I nodded toward Zhao Yanan and smiled. "Let her drive it. Drive my car back for me. I want to keep it as a memory." "You got it." Zhao Yanan pressed her lips together and took the Ferrari keys. After we got in, she started the car and said,
他启动车子说道
"I'm going back to the company. Later you can drive yourself home." I glanced at her and smiled. "Nothing you want to say to me?" Zhao Yanan turned her face slightly and gave me a puzzled look. "You clearly didn't have to say all that to Liu Ruyan just now, right? You did it just to help me vent?" Zhao Yanan gave a faint, teasing smile. "Feeling sorry for her?" "Ha! Zhao Yanan, while I'm still in a good mood, say whatever you need to say. Don't keep hiding it." Zhao Yanan stared at me without blinking. For a moment, she had a strange feeling that this reckless rich playboy might not be as unreliable as he looked. "Fine. I was going to tell you tonight. Tomorrow night is Wang Long's birthday party. I want to go." I smiled and shook my head. I knew it. Nobody acts nice for no reason. But if you want to go, go. Why are you telling me? Zhao Yanan frowned slightly. Just consider it doing me a favor. How are you going to repay me? My eyes were full of playful amusement. How do you want me to repay you? Call me hubby. Let me hear it. Zhao Yanan said coldly. You're not just a jerk. Flattery won't work. You're trash. Meanwhile, Lu Wei was driving angrily and said to Liu Ruyan in the passenger seat, Ruyan, how about I help you terminate your contract? Let's switch companies. The Zhao family has already hit rock bottom anyway. Who knows if Qingya Media can even survive? Liu Ruyan's face looked awful. At this point, she had no mind to think about work. Her head was filled with images of Zhao Yanan and Chu Zhe together. How did they end up together? Could a fairy tale romance really happen in real life? It was absolutely unbelievable. No wonder Chu Zhe had been in such a rush to get divorced lately. So he'd found himself a rich woman, huh? The more Liu Ruyan thought about it, the angrier she got. She sent me a message on WeChat.
给我发去了一条微信。
So you were rushing to divorce me because you already had someone lined up. Congrats. I never knew you were that capable. And here I thought you were loyal. Huh. Great. Now I finally don't feel guilty anymore. When I saw that message, I laughed out of anger. The cheater turning around and playing the victim? That was seriously disgusting.